Let's look at the 1 Corinthians chapter 14.
Kaya tingnan po natin sa unang Korinto, Kapitulo 14.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 20.
Unang Korinto po, Kapitulo 14, talatang 20.
Basahin po natin ng sabay-sabay. 3, 2, 1.
Mga kapatid, huwag kayong mag-isip bata, sa kasamaan ay maging sanggol kayo, ngunit sa pag-iisip ay maging husto na sa gulang.
Do not be children in understanding. Understanding of the Bible and God.
Kaya sabi, huwag kayong maging isip bata sa pagkaunawa sa Diyos at sa Biblia.
But in understanding be matured.
Ngunit sa pag-iisip ay maging husto na sa gulang.
Some people know so many things about the world,
Kaya may mga tao po na maraming alam tungkol sa mundo.
but they are children to understand the Bible.
Pero mga isip bata sa pagkaunawa sa Biblia.
Bible says, don't be the children to in understanding of Bible.
Pero sinasabi po ng Biblia na huwag kayong maging isip bata sa pagkaunawa sa Biblia.
When I was a teacher, before I worked for the church, my students came to me.
Kaya nung guro pa lamang po ako, bago po ako gumawa para sa church, may isang estudyante po na lumapit sa akin.
They were so excited.
Kaya labis po talaga silang nasasabik.
Teacher, do you know today? Today? What is today?
Kaya sinabi nila sa akin, oh guro, alam niyo ba yung nangyari sa araw na to?
I don't know.
Kaya sabi ko, hindi ko alam.
Today is for example, the BTS. Like a BTS, everyone knows BTS, right? The teacher, today is the BTS member's birthday.
Kaya bilang halimbawa po, sabi po sa akin, guro, alam mo ba birthday ng isang BTS member?
Then that group has some members, like for example, 5 members. Then they mentioned all the members' birthday.
Kaya halimbawa, yung member na yun ay may 5 miyembro at kanilang binanggit yung bawat araw ng kanilang kapanganakan.
This member's birthday is blah blah blah. This member's birthday is blah blah blah. They know everything.
Kaya alam po nila yung lahat ng bagay.
So I asked them, what is the birthday of your father?
Tinanong ko sila, kailan naman pinanganak yung tatay mo?
January? March? No, I'm not sure. So what's this?
Kaya ano yung ganitong bagay?
They understand. They are so mature to understand these singers.
Kaya husto na yung gulang nila para maunawaan yung tungkol sa mga awit na ito.
But they are children to understand the parents.
Pero mga isip bata naman sa pagkaunawa sa kanilang magulang.
If we understand so many things about the world, but if we don't understand the Bible and children, that is not right before God.
Kaya kung maraming bagay na yung nalalaman natin tungkol sa sanlibutan, pero kung kaunti lamang yung nauunawaan natin sa Biblia at mga isip bata pa sa Biblia, hindi po ito mabuti.
What's this?
Kaya ano po yung bagay na to?
What would Jesus do?
Kaya what would Jesus do? O ano ang gagawin ni Jesus?
As much as we understand the Bible, we can also answer about what would Jesus do in every moment, in every case.
Kaya nga kung paano nating nauunawaan yung Biblia, ganun din po natin malalaman at mauunawaan kung ano ba yung gagawin ni Jesus sa bawat panahon at sa bawat kaso.
Why we sometimes make a wrong decision and why we sometimes confuse and don't know what to do.
Kaya bakit ba minsan mali yung mga pagpapasya natin at bakit ba kung minsan tayo po ay nalilito kung ano yung dapat nating gawin?
Because we don't know what would Jesus do. We don't understand the Bible.
Dahil hindi natin alam kung ano yung gagawin ni Jesus at hindi natin nauunawaan yung Biblia.
So as much as we understand, as much as our understanding is growing up, we can live according to the will of God.
Kaya nga po, kung gaanong lumalago po yung pangunawa natin sa Biblia, ganun din po tayo makakapamuhay ayon po sa kalooban ng Diyos.
Look at the life of Daniel.
Kaya tignan niyo po yung buhay ni Daniel,
When he became a captive, he decided to live according to the will of God.
na bagaman na siya po ay sinakop, o siya po ay hinuli, siya
Then-
pa rin po ay nagpasya na makapumuhay para sa Diyos.
Then his wisdom getting increase and increase.
At yung kanyang karunungan tungkol sa Diyos ay palago ng palago.
So he interpret the dream of the king Nebuchadnezzar.
Kanya pong naisalin yung panaginip ni Haring Nebuchadnezzar.
And later, he interpret the dream of the writer on the word at the time of the king Belshazzar.
At sa paglipas ng panahon, kanya pong naisalin kung ano man yung naisulat ng isang kamay doon sa pader sa panahon ni Haring Belshazzar.
And he also interpret the vision of the Belshazzar.
At kanya rin pong naisalin yung pangitain ni Haring Belshazzar.
And when he read the Bible, he also understand after 70 years, the God will finish the Babylon exile.
At nang kanyang basahin po yung Biblia, kanya rin pong naunawaan na pagkalipas ng 70 taon, matatapos po yung kanila pong
So he realized that after 70 years, Israel people could return to Israel.
kanya pong naunawaan na pagkalipas ng 70 taon, yung mga Israelita ay makakabalik na sa Israel.
And in Daniel chapter 9, he understood, he prophesied about Jesus.
At sa Daniel po, Kapitulo 9, kanya pong propesiya yung tungkol kay Jesus.
And at the end, he talked about the 7 years tribulation.
At sa katapusan po nito, kanya pong binanggit yung tungkol sa 7 taong kapigatian.
So he understood the deeper and deeper, and his wisdom is increased more and more.
Kaya yung kanyang pangunawa ay lumalalim ng lumalalim at yung kanya pong at siya po ay lumalago ng lumalago.
That's why he affected so many people.
Kaya marami po yung naepektohang mga tao sa kanya.
We know when Jesus was born, the wise man from the east visited Jesus.
Kaya di po nalalaman natin na yung nang si Jesus po ay ipinanganak, yung mga pantas po mula po sa silangan ay bumisita kay Jesus.
Biblical scholars says they came from Babylon.
At yung mga biblical scholar po, kanila pong sinabi na sila po ay nagmula sa Babylonia.
Babylon is the east side from Jerusalem.
Dahil yung lugar po o yung bansang Babylonia, ito po ay nasa silangang bahagi ng Israel.
How they believed Jesus and waited Jesus.
Kaya paano sila nanampalataya at nag-antay kay Jesus?
They probably have the face of God when the Daniel was captive in Babylon.
Maaring nagkaroon po sila ng pananampalataya tungkol sa Diyos nang si Daniel po ay dinalang bihag sa Babylonia.
So as much as our understanding increase, we can affect so many people deeply.
Kaya nga kung paano lumalalim po yung pagkaunawa po natin, ganito din po natin maaapektuhan yung maraming tao.
For example, when we visit the brothers and sisters, without understanding of Bible, we just visit and, please come to the church. You have many difficulty. That is also good and effective.
Di ba po, alimbawa, kapag bumibisita tayo sa mga kapatid, atin silang binibisita at binahabahagi yung salita ng Diyos at sinasabi na, halika na, bumalik ka na. Maaring yung bagay na ito ay mabuti.
But what if we share the Bible verses and solve their problem or concern based on the Bible, they really get strength.
Pero paano kaya kung maibahagi natin sa kanila yung salita ng Diyos na naaayon po sa kanila pong kalagayan, maaari po sa salita na yon ay magkaroon po sila ng tunay na kalakasan.
That's the power of Bible.
At ito po yung kapangyarihan ng Biblia.
So if we don't grow up in the wisdom, we cannot effect more.
Kaya nga kung hindi po tayo lumalago sa karunungan, hindi po natin maaapektuhan yung ibang tao.
When the Ezra went to Israel, he didn't do anything.
Kaya nang si Ezra po ay bumalik na sa Israel, wala siyang ginawang anuman.
He just taught to the Bible.
Kanya lamang pong itinuro yung Biblia.
When Israel people learn the Bible, their life is totally changed and they revived.
At nang maunawaan o mapag-aralan ulit ng mga Israelita yung Biblia, yung kanilang buhay ay napanumbalik at yung kanilang pong puso ay nanumbalik din.
So, we have to grow up in all things in Jesus. It means, as Jesus grew up in the wisdom, we also have to grow up in the wisdom.
Kaya sabi, lumago tayong lahat sa Kanya, kay Jesus. Kaya ibig sabihin po nito, kung paanong lumago si Jesus sa karunungan, dapat ganun din po tayong lumago sa karunungan.